All right, guys. So I took a while thinking about what I wanted to say, how I wanted to say it when it comes to this game. But now that I've taken that time, I want to start by saying that in order to change the narrative, in order to change what the world at large thinks of this symbol right here, yeah, you got to win, obviously. Yeah, you got to win the big games like today. I get that. But another thing you have to change, fans need to show up. I'm not the only person that's pointed this out today. If I lose half my subscriber base for saying this, I honestly could care less. But it needs to be said by anyone and everyone. I have an excuse. I have to spend a bunch of money to hop on an airplane, to rent an Airbnb, to get a rent a car or an Uber, or whatever, to buy the ticket. I have to go way out of my way, PTO time at my job. I can't get in my car, drive 20 minutes over the bridge downtown Jacksonville to go to the Jags game. You can, if you're a fan that lives in Jacksonville, assuming a lot of you that watch my videos do. I can't do that. You can. What's your excuse? There's no reason why that entire game I see a sea of red on the broadcast angle. Now, on the Jags sideline, maybe it was a little bit different. But on that opposite side, it wasn't the scene like it was against the Chargers, wasn't the scene that it was against the Titans last year, which it should have been. There's been talk of this being the number one seed all offseason and Trevor Lawrence being an MVP candidate, and you're just coming off a double-digit victory on the road in the season opener against a division opponent. That place should have been packed with teal. A teal-out game, and 2/3 of the place is red. I don't care if it's the Chiefs. I don't care who it is they're playing. There's no reason for it. You have a way to stop that. I don't. I don't live there. If I lived in Jacksonville, I would have been there today. But I don't. If you do, if you're a Jaguar fan that lives in Jacksonville, you need to be at the game. That's all I'm saying. I just needed to throw that out there. If this offends you, if you unsubscribe, have a nice life. Just wanted to put that out there. And when it comes to the actual game itself, if you would have told me that the Chiefs had scored 17 points, I would say, oh, Jaguars win, without question. If you would have told me the Chiefs scored 17 points and had 4 turnovers, I'd say not a doubt in my mind. I would bet everything in my house, double or nothing, that the Jaguars win that game. Jaguars didn't win that game. Teal out game. Teal out where 2/3 of the stadium is red and the end zones are teal, and the Jaguars didn't touch the end zone one time. Had the ball first and goal at the 1. You spent your first round pick on a right tackle. You spend your second round pick on a blocking tight end. You spend your third round pick on a bruising back and Tank Bigsby. And you don't run the ball one time. I don't get it. You make it make sense. Is it Press Taylor? Is it Doug Peterson? Is it Trevor Lawrence? And I'll be honest, love Trevor, didn't have a good game today. Some of it, I think, is the play calling, absolutely. Because the few times where it was called to go downfield, we had success. But, it just felt like the Jaguars were never truly attacking the end zone, never really attacking to win, if that makes sense. Towards the end of the first half, it felt like instead of just going into the halftime being content 7-3, no, they pushed the ball down the field. They went to get the extra points. And it felt like the rest of the game, they made the hard stuff look easy and the easy stuff look impossible. Can't criticize the defense whatsoever today. I don't care, oh, well, at the end of the game, the Chiefs were able to run down the clock after the failed fourth down conversion. That means nothing to me. Because if you ask all 31 teams in the NFL, hey, you're guaranteed Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs will only score 17 points in your stadium, in your home opener, would you take that? All 31 say yes. Yes, please. 17 points and 4 turnovers for our troubles? Yes, please. Thank you. May I have another? Jaguars couldn't capitalize on that today. We have a franchise quarterback. We have a highly paid wide receiver in Christian Kirk, who showed up today, who had a good game. We have Calvin Ridley, who's supposed to be a game-changing number 1 stud wide receiver. We have high draft picks and big money guards all across our offensive line. Travis Etienne. Offense can't do anything. Evan Ingram showed up to play today too. Him and Kirk showed up today. I'll give them that. Outside of that, man, I have nothing. I have nothing to say. If you're a Jaguar fan that lives in Jacksonville, show up to the game. You're lucky. That's all I say to you. I haven't been to a game in a couple of years because of financial circumstances and because flying ain't cheap. It's not easy for me to go cross country, take time off of my job. If you live in the city, if you live in the town and you can afford it, why aren't you there? Do it. Doesn't make sense to me. Especially in a big game like this. I can understand years past where the team wasn't giving you much to cheer about. This team, well, today they didn't, but this team will later this season and should give you something to be excited about. And am I devastated about this loss today? No. We're still going to win the AFC South. The Titans won today, so they think they're Super Bowl champions. And Anthony Richardson looked okay, but he's already hurt. He's not sustainable. And the Texans are awful. The Jaguars will still win the AFC South. The Jaguars will beat the Texans next week. And it's, I'm not worried about it. But the Jaguars have 5 games this year that are milestone games. They need to win at least 3 of them. They lost 1 today. Chiefs, Bills, 49ers, Ravens, Bengals. Bengals, Ravens, in that order. The Jaguars need to win at least 3 of those games and win all the games that they should. Still a long season. Season is just started. It's far from over. It's frustrating that we lost because the Jaguars could have easily won by double digits. They didn't. And it's probably now the game in the playoffs is going to be in Kansas City because of today. But it is what it is. Show up to the game, Jags fans. Support your team, love your team, just like I do. But do it from the stands. That's all I got for you guys, man. I'll make a preview video for the Texans and a reaction video. That's all I got. Go Jags.